Right now it's about -1, -2. Today's been a warm +3. The average temperature over the last few weeks has been well below zero. In fact, a couple of weeks ago it was -22. So how do we stay warm in these sort of temperatures? Let's go inside and I'll show you. Well, we're not quite inside yet, but I just wanted to show you some shots of what the weather's like here. It's clearly cold, lots of snow, and it's consistently cold. And like I said earlier, the temperature's dropped to -22 not long ago, and we need to stay warm. So how do we do that? This is an example of a sort of a mass heater which we have in most rooms in the house, wood-fired, and that retains lots of heat. This is the other side of that block where we light the fire at the bottom, goes up through the chimney, retains the heat in the bricks. And then we have this flap at the top which we can twist to let the air go through or to retain the heat. And here I'm going to light a fire just to show how this works, specific to this property. So most fires here in Latvia started using birch bark, which is a fantastic material and contains a natural oil which is great for starting fires. So I tend to build a little sort of starter pile centrally in the middle, and I'll explain why I do it in the middle in a moment. So there's this starter pile in the middle, and now I'm going to get some logs and build it around that starter pile. These logs are cut specific to the size of this firebox. They're all cut from our forest and then dried. Over the previous year or two we've got quite a stockpile. So I'm just looking for the right sort of size logs to put into the fire, which will work best and most efficiently to get it started. Once it's going, then we can put some other ones on later to top it up. So the types of wood that we tend to use, predominantly around here, it's silver birch. We've also got a lot of pine or spruce and some fir, which are 3 different types of trees. We've got some aspen, some alder, and we've also got obviously some oak, which is not really used for heating but can be if it's going. Some maple as well, and if a apple tree dies or is cut back, then we'll have some fruit wood to use as well. So here's the finished pile, ready to start the fire, and normally it gets going first time with one strike of a match, and that birch bark takes really easy. And then we'll just close the grate, and then you can see why I've started it in the middle there, or built that starter pile, is because the grate has a hole in the bottom and the top, and that causes a Venturi effect where it draws the air through the middle and accelerates it and really gets the fire going and gives it a bit of a rocket sort of sound. Here's a better piece of footage that I took the next day showing that Venturi effect. And then we can just close that outer door just so there's enough of a gap for the air to come through. Once that fire's finished, we'll close the flap again, and then that will retain the heat within the mass and then release it during the next day, keeping the room warm all day.